So hi everyone, in this lecture what we are going to cover, we are going to learn about command injection. So what is command injection? So as we all know, for applications that are dynamic in nature may use scripts to invoke some functionality in the command line on the web server to process the input received from the user end. And an attacker would try to get its input processed at the command line by circumventing the input validation filters implemented by the web application. So command injection usually invokes the commands on the same web server, but it is possible that the command would be executed on a different server depending on the architecture of the web application. So now let's see what are the parameters. What are the parameters where you can inject the data? So when you are testing a web application for command injection flaw and you have identified that the application is interacting with the command line of the underlying operating system, so the next step should be to manipulate and prop the different parameters in the application and view their responses. So now, as you can see, there are following parameters should be tested for the command injection flaw. So as the application may be using one of these parameters to build a command back the server end. Okay, so the first one in our list is get. So in this method, input parameter are sent in URL, and as you can see that the input from the client was passed to the server get the method using the get method and was vulnerable to the command injection flaw, and any user control parameters sent using get method request should be tested. Then we are having post method. So in the post method, input parameters are sent in the HTTP body, which is similar to the input being passed using the get method, and data taken from the end user can also pass using the post method in the body of the HTTP request. Okay. Then we are having HTTP header. So application often use header field to identify end user and display customized information to the user depending on the values in the header. So these parameters could also be used by application to build further queries. Okay. So these are the parameters where you can inject the data for finding the command injection flaw.